Hello there. In this video, we will be going through a short demo on agent last seen feature, which is going to be part of NetWitness EDR from 12.5.0 version. We will start with brief introduction about the feature, and then we will understand about configurations for offline event generation. And finally, we will see how these events looks like in the NetWitness investigate page. Coming to the introduction, this feature helps user to understand about agents that are not actively communicating over certain time interval. User will get this info in a form of events, and each event has details regarding to agents that are being inactive to EPS. Details include device type and device name, which is nothing but name of each agent, and agent ID, which is an UUID which recognizes with NetWitness stack, and operating system of an agent, also IP address to the host of the host. These events are categorized as system events, and the event type for these events is offline. Technically, the offline events are generated via a scheduled task which runs at certain interval based on user configuration. Let's go over the configurations which let user to set vital parameters that define offline event generation. Configurations of this particular feature exist in the Endpoint Server Explorer page. Under the Endpoint Explorer page, it's in Endpoint Config, which names with offline machine reporting. In this page, the user will have all the configurations that are needed to be set for offline event generation. Enable offline agent reporting is by default set to false, meaning endpoint server will not generate any offline event. To enable this feature, user need to make this as true. Coming to the next parameter, offline agent interval, this will set the threshold at which agent inactiveness will be evaluated in days. By default, this is set to 5, and user can set this in between the range of 1 to 100 days. I'm just changing it to 7 days, meaning all the agents which are not actively communicating for 7 days or more will be part of the event generation. Coming to the last parameter, task recurrence interval, this parameter follows Spring cron expression. By default, it was set to run for every Sunday 1 a.m. The user can update this based on requirement and by following Spring cron template. If user updates this task recurrence interval, associated endpoint server service should be restarted because the scheduled task running intervals are scheduled during the start of the service. On updation, the restart will handle the schedulings. Once these configurations are done, according to this particular task recurrence interval, every Sunday 1 a.m. endpoint server will generate offline events. On generation, the events will reach the log decoder, and from then it will be indexed on concentrator. Currently, I am set this investigate page to concentrator. Here we can see an offline event. So understanding the event, so this particular event has came from device type as NW endpoint, and the agent ID is an UUID, and then host name of this agent is named as alias.host, and the event type is offline. We will also have the description about the OS and the details about particular version and flavor of it. So coming to the summary, we can see the agent has been offline for 87 days, meaning it is not actively communicating to endpoint server from last 87 days. And finally, if user wants to filter out events based on offline, we can set and filter. So with this filter, the offline events will be filtered and user will see only offline events that are coming. Thank you for watching.